As we talked about in the last tutorial, acting must begin from feelings on the inside, not from behaviors on the outside. But there are many different thoughts about how to do this. In this tutorial, we're going to look at the 4 main schools of thought when it comes to acting. The first is called classical acting. This tends to focus more on examining the script, but also on physicality and controlling the body. From my experience, classical acting is more commonly seen in British actors. It's also more common in theater, as it tends to focus more on physical movement. Another school of thought that gets a lot of publicity is that of method acting. Method acting is the idea that actors must try to become the character as much as possible. This is clearly seen in the dramatic weight loss Christian Bale endured for his role in The Machinist. Method actors are known for staying in character during the entire production, even when cameras aren't rolling, which can sometimes frustrate other cast and crew. Classical acting and method acting are best contrasted in the roles of the classically trained Laurence Olivier and the method acting of Dustin Hoffman in the film Marathon Man. Dustin Hoffman, as a method actor, would actually run for a long time before shooting takes where he's supposed to be winded from jogging. Rumor has it that Laurence Olivier was surprised at this and suggested that Dustin Hoffman try acting instead. Whether the story is true or not, it still demonstrates the differences in these 2 schools of thought. Stanislavski is both a person and an approach to acting that he created. With the Stanislavski method, actors try to recall similar experiences from their own lives. So if I were following the Stanislavski method and I had to be really sad, then I would try to think of an experience in my own life that made me really sad so I could bring those feelings to the surface. The final acting method is called Meisner, also named for an influential acting teacher. The Meisner method has actors focus on their scene partner first and foremost. If your scene partner starts being a little more aggressive than usual, you respond to that rather than whatever might have been rehearsed. Personally, I'm a Meisner guy. The other schools of acting just don't resonate with me for whatever reason. When I try to recall experiences from my past, like in the Stanislavski's method, my brain can't stay focused on the scene at hand. It goes wandering, thinking about my past and that experience. Classical acting feels too emotionally detached for me, but method acting feels too hardcore in the opposite direction. So personally, Meisner feels like that Goldilocks sweet spot right in the middle. It also gives me more of a sense of intimacy with my scene partner because I'm so engaged with what they're bringing to the table. And that experience of connecting with another actor during a scene is one of the reasons I love acting. Now, this idea of choosing an acting system to follow is tough because a lot of acting teachers and authors act like their way is the way. And when acting, it does feel like you kind of need a system for how to approach playing a character. But in all honesty, each of these schools of thought has produced phenomenal actors. Actors need to choose which of these approaches works best for them, knowing that it's totally fine if they're the only actor on set that works this way. And it's important that directors understand that not all actors have the same process, and to be sensitive to and supportive of each actor's own preference for how they approach a role.